gut and your brain, you're in the nerds domain. Come on in, it's about to begin.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain, or Masks of Nyarlathotep, or There Are Four Lights, or Go Fund This, whichever one you happen to be listening to, or all of them if you listen to all of them. Just as a warning, I am going to put this out on every one of our all of our feeds. This is kind of important, and everybody needs to know about it, and it is one message kind of to hit everything. So, here's the situation. We came home from a wonderful day out at work on Tuesday the 30th to find that our house had been broken into. And that really sucks. So that meant that we lost a bunch of stuff. And really what that really means for the podcast is this. We had a big mixer, a big Alesis mixer, 16 channel that we needed for masks. Normally I wouldn't go that large, but that's what I needed. The headphone splitter, the two pairs of headphones, all but two of the mics, all of the mic cables except for one, as well as the laptop that I had recorded everything on. Everything was gone, as well as some other stuff, our TV, a stereo receiver, some other stuff. It was just all gone. So we're looking at around $1,800 worth of recording equipment that's gone. That does include the laptop. So I had recorded a few episodes of There Are Four Lights. It was getting ready to come back. We're going to be putting that back on a little bit of a hiatus as we re-record those. Masks of Nyarlathotep, you're going to notice you didn't see an episode this weekend. That's because the laptop got stolen before I could edit it. So the end of that particular chapter is actually gone, and we will address that later in Masks of Nyarlathotep. The side quest that was coming next is also gone, which really sucks because it was fun and it was a great one. So we lost a total of 5 episodes there. Nerds Domain, we didn't lose a ton. And same thing with Go Fund This. Typically, Go Fund This, I kick things out right away. I think that there might have been one episode in the can from a long time ago for the Nerds Domain podcast that we lost. But we did lose a good chunk of our audio clips, the funny stuff that I clip out and put out on Clamor or on our Facebook and Twitter feed. That's all gone. So this is tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's really, really tough seeing all of our stuff gone. Shirley, who you all have heard in one form or another, even on Go Fund This, I think she was on there once. She's pretty affected, having trouble sleeping. The niece that lives with us also having trouble sleeping. It's hard to leave the house. It's all stuff that you deal with when stuff like this happens. So I wanted to give you guys an update. We were very much in the workings to bring back the Nerds Domain on a regular basis. There Are Four Lights on a regular basis. Go Fund This was going to stay on a hiatus for a little bit longer just because Skype changed and made it a little more difficult. But all of that is kind of in the wind right now. Masks will be coming back probably the beginning of July. So unfortunately, it looks like June we're just not going to have any episodes. But we record again on the 24th of June, and I won't be able to edit until that following week. So that'll give us something to put up come the beginning of July. So July 2nd or July 1st? July 1st, you should see something. So we will kick that back up then. We will probably do a creation episode for Rob to make a new character. That's all covered in the episode that's missing. Rob and I will actually go over what's missing then as well to kind of give our listeners at home an idea of what happened in that episode that disappeared. This does put us kind of in a weird spot with Masks where I like to have a couple episodes banked before we start going live with what we've got. And I don't know what that's going to look like, but we definitely will be recording again in July to get back on track. So that's kind of where we're at with Masks and with Nerds Domain Podcast and Go Fund This, and There Are Four Lights. There Are Four Lights should be coming back, I would say, probably towards the end of July. I'd like to do it earlier, but we have a lot to kind of recover, and I'm working with a board that is very small, so I can do some of the smaller shows like There Are Four Lights, but Masks requires us to really find some parts and some pieces. I'm using my work laptop to record this and to edit it and to put it out. I don't want to have to do that all the time because it's for work. It's, my boss is very helpful and very nice and let me download Audacity, and that wasn't an issue. But that's not the primary reason for me having this laptop, and I don't want to use it like that for very long. So the situation sits that we lost all of this. Normally I ask all the time that you guys support us on Patreon and so on and so forth. I'm never going to stop asking for that. I don't typically ask for a lot as far as ongoing stuff because like you guys can support us when you support us. Like, I understand that. But this is a little different. So as I said, we're about $1,800 down on what we had in equipment. I put together a GoFundMe, just kind of to give an idea of where we're at and why we're asking, and it kind of details everything that happened and what all's missing there as well. Probably better than what I just told you. So if you are interested in helping us and supporting us and you haven't done so in the past, now's a great chance where we really need it. Normally, the Patreon stuff, it would be great to have, but we have a lot of the equipment we need, and it would just be an expansion of the things we're doing already. That's what that Patreon is for. In this instance, we need to replace this equipment if Masks is going to be an ongoing thing. I have a single microphone that I'm on now. I've got to at least go buy one more microphone, if not two, to do There Are Four Lights. Go Fund This. I need a different board because I can't do the Mix Minus setup that I was going to have to do for Skype now with the board I've got. So we're in a very weird situation where we don't have a lot of what we need. We had it, and now it's gone. I do, again, need a dedicated computer so that I can work on this and actually do the editing on my own equipment instead of my boss's. So that would be that. Those are all things that I would really like to replace and get back. If you guys can help, you can go to GoFundMe.com/Burgled-recording-equipment. I'm going to put that in the show notes. If you can give $1 or $1, $5, something, that'd be great. The more money you can give, the better. There are some options for me to do some podcasting stuff. If you have something you want from me or from the Nerds Domain as a whole, I don't care what it is. If you said, I'd really like George to leave a ridiculous voicemail for me, or leave something that I can use as a voicemail recording, I'll make it happen. I'm no joke. It will happen. George will bend to my will. I'll just ask George. George is a really nice guy. If you want to hear us talk about something specific on the Nerds Domain program, or if you want us to do a specific movie for There Are Four Lights and you want it now, because we were going to wait on those, like, you tell us. We will do those movies out of order. We'll do them whatever order you want because you're supporting us. If there's a Criterion movie you guys want to see, or a B-Sides and Classics that you want to see for the Nerds Domain, done. If you see a Kickstarter you want supported, or if it's your Kickstarter, done. If you want us to promote your stuff on our podcast, done. You send me a message. You let me know what you want. I'll give you an idea what we'd like to see for that. But frankly, at this point, I'd really just like to see money coming in so that we can replace some of this stuff. That's kind of where we're at. I'm not normally one to just ask for money. I would prefer to give something back to you guys beyond just our normal recordings that are clearly free, and we're happy to do them. Obviously, we spent $1,800 or so or more on the equipment that we had, and that was out of our pocket, and we were happy to do that. But this is a situation where to do it again and to get back to where we were, we need money to do that, and we just don't have that right now. There were some other things that were also stolen that we have to replace, and in a much quicker fashion. I guess we don't have to. We don't have a TV. So that would be nice to have, right? And they took my Apple TV. So that'd be also nice to have so I can watch a little bit of Game of Thrones because that's coming up. So you tell me what you would like. Go to gofundme.com/burgled-recording-equipment. Again, that'll be in the show notes. It'll also be all over Facebook and Twitter. Don't hesitate to look at those. You can find those at nerdsdomain.com. Or I'm sorry, that's not right at all. You can find that at facebook.com/nerdsdomain or at nerdsdomain on Twitter. Any help at all, we would appreciate it. Also, if you're into the praying or the positive vibes or just, asking the flying spaghetti monster to caress us with his noodly goodness, I would love that. I personally think that there are some things that can be accomplished with those kinds of things, and I would be very happy to know that our fans out there are sending positive vibes our way. So, July, beginning of July, we're going to see masks come back. End of July, hopefully there are 4 lights will be coming back. Nerds Domain, as we can fit it in, that's going to be coming back. Let us know what we can do to help you guys out if you can help us, and we'd be happy to. So, from all of us here at the Nerds Domain podcast, thank you very much for being a fan and for being a great supporter of us, and we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you real soon.
You better button your brain, you're in the Nerds Domain. Come on in, it's about to begin.